Okay, hello everyone. My name is Nokia. I'm a master's student in public policy focusing on sustainability. Eltherapy is an innovative training platform for elders' mental and physical needs in treatment and prevention. No one should die because they live too far. People in Africa live 3 hours away from clinics and hospitals. We have very similar issues in Hong Kong right now. Due to the insufficiency, the people are inaccessible to the resources. As measured by another team, currently 16% of the Hong Kong general population is aged 65 years old or above. And it is actually the most among 11 cities in the Greater Bay Area. And one of the common chronic illnesses, dementia, increases 100% every 5 years in Hong Kong. Other governments around the world are working on the similar issues. However, the related policy in Hong Kong is not yet happening. We are in lack of doctors and nurses and therapists. For this slide showing that actually the therapist patients ratio is 1 to 600, meaning it causes work burden for the professionals, delayed treatment for the elders, and a huge medical expenses for our government. We hope to be one of the win-win solutions by using games to collect data for assessments and analysis. And how does that work? We provide training games in below categories on different devices, including tablets, interactive and responsive platforms, to cover mental and physical needs, to encourage individuals and group users. Eltherapy has impacts by different phases, including institutional and individual levels. Other than time and manpower saving, it is actually cost savings for the elder homes. For example, in China, it is actually very difficult and very costly to get one therapist to go visit an elders and assess in person. And finally, the big data, which is not yet available right now at the hospital authority in Hong Kong, and it will be able to contribute to AI in the future, and also providing more information for our government policies in the future, and for the NGOs. The team is formed by me from a social welfare industry, and also David, another HKU master graduate, registered OT who has valid experience in elders trainings in Hong Kong, Macau, and China. And Isaac is in charge of our technical development. We work with advisors from different disciplines, including therapists from different categories, and like Kenneth is another OT who has been serving in the elders services for around 2 decades, and entrepreneur like William who has won global awards. We plan our business development in the below different channels, and we hope to work with different teams below as well. As mentioned, that we're going to target the market for other cities, and especially China's and APAC. Our business model is to cover B2B and B2C. B2B is including NGOs, elderly homes, and professionals use like therapists, and B2C is serving the end users directly. This is our pricing model. We have a very conservative assumption of 3% in Hong Kong right now, and we are looking to target 20% of the whole market as a market share in Hong Kong. And we hope to engage and empower and enlighten the elders. No one should suffer because there is no resources. Let us make and become one. We hope to grow old with all of you together happily and healthy ever after. Thank you. And welcome questions.
Can you elaborate a little more on the kinds of games that you're made available on your platform?
Sure. So the games including 5 different categories and even more. We have a team of therapists working together, and our advisor groups worked with at least more than 10 to 20 NGOs in Hong Kong. We built eye-hand coordination, memory, motors, and mathematics and cognitive. We'd like to show you that actually from a recent news in Hong Kong, one elderly living alone actually will not speak for 19 hours a day because they have no one to speak to. And actually this kind of encourage is actually enhance their deterioration, and we want to slow it down. They have to strengthen with their skills of listening and verbal expressions. So some of the other games we will have to use VR, AR, and they have to do interaction with others, like this one with the group games, and also the motors one to train their arms and muscles and motor skills.
What's the value add that you have on this platform by providing these games? Because perhaps people or elderly can download some of these games themselves, or their children can do that for them. So what's the value add on top of?
Right, this is a very good question. Well, as our competitor, there is a few apps available right now in the app stores, and they are usually for entertainment. However, what we emphasize is the therapists behind the app to analyze what is happening with your elderly. If, for example, if there are parents of over 70 years old, you cannot check on their progress every day, but however, you can use our app, and then you can know that the improvement has been improving, or otherwise, our therapists will tailor-make and customize what they need directly.
Does your platform provide APIs for other games actually to integrate into your platform?
Yes, we have different stages and levels for different abilities according to the challenge of the elderly has. For example, if they have...
for the game providers to integrate into your platform?
The games...
Developing the games yourself.
Okay, we are very happy to look into this. Right now, we have a therapist to design for the games right now.
So for your games, I assume you have some type of a module or curriculum. That's for different aspects. So what is the business model? Like how much are you charging for the subscription?
Right, so we're doing an annual subscription, and the first one we target is B2B, in directly working with institutions and elder homes. For the pricing models, we're charging annual fee, and they for here, right here, yeah. So we're charging the annual fee and subscription. They will be gained a few different games, so they can train in their own elders' homes, making use of the social workers, the nurses, but not necessary to have the therapists directly there. It's just be very cost savings.
Do you rely on the PTs and OTs to do the analysis, or your team would do analysis on every patient using the games?
It's a combination of both. Yeah, so we have OT and PT in our own team, but we do have OT and PT as our advisor teams and extend team as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nokia.